Monitoring is an essential part of any reliable and robust network, no matter if your network has 1 or 100 devices, because even monitoring a single device without proper tools, it's very likely to miss critical information and on the same time focusing on stats projecting your device to be functioning fine. Also, system monitoring can have different perspective for different users. So, what's best for you? The one which is customizable and shows the most relevant system stats for you. Hello, my name is Kamal Bhatt and I am working as a software product manager at Stordirect, and today I am going to speak about Monsoon, an open source monitoring and visualization solution for SONiC switches. Monsoon has SONiC exporter module originally developed as a part of the project and integrates other open source softwares like Prometheus, Node Exporter and Grafana together to make monitoring of SONiC switches possible. So let us jump into it and begin with high-level design of Monsoon first. In Monsoon project, Node Exporter and SONiC Exporter are the data collection agents and must be installed on SONiC switch. Node Exporter is an open source exporter from Prometheus, which supplies hardware and operating system related metrics exposed by Linux kernel. On the other hand, SONiC Exporter, which is originally developed as a part of Monsoon project, makes network and many other metrics available for monitoring from SONiC database. Node Exporter and SONiC Exporter both run in Docker containers. Prometheus here pulls the information from those exporters regularly at a predefined interval and creates a time series database within. Prometheus basically works here as a data collection tool, and data collected by Prometheus works as a data source for Grafana, which on the other hand is a data visualization tool. Grafana helps to visualize time series data provided by Prometheus in form of graphs, charts, tables, and many more visualization formats. Okay, it's time for practical now. Let's begin with installation. As explained in design, there are majorly 3 modules of Monsoon. First, data collection agents, which are Node Exporter and SONiC Exporter and must be installed on the SONiC switch. Second, Prometheus creates a time series database and is highly recommended to be installed on separate host. And third, Grafana, a data visualization tool. Grafana is also recommended to be installed on a separate host. In this video, we will run all those components in Docker containers, but that's not a limitation. So, let's have a look into installation of these components one by one. Let's begin with installing exporters. Both exporters we just spoke about are available as Docker images on Docker Hub, which we can simply run as Docker containers by commands provided on GitHub page of Monsoon project. In case your SONiC switch cannot access internet, maybe because of security or other reasons, there are separate procedures explained in GitHub for installing exporters in such cases. As exporters need to be installed on switch, so let's first log in into SONiC switch. To install SONiC Exporter, let's copy the command to install SONiC Exporter from GitHub and execute on switch. So, SONiC Exporter installation is finished now. Let's first check if respective Docker container is running. We can see SONiC Exporter Docker container has been started. Also check if required data is being supplied by SONiC Exporter by simply accessing metric URL of exporter. On GitHub, there is a simple curl command to do that. We can see the data is being responded by SONiC Exporter in raw format, which means SONiC Exporter is successfully installed and functioning well. We need to repeat the similar process of Node Exporter installation with specific command provided on GitHub. As we can see, both the exporters are responding with raw data Hence, our switch is ready to be monitored.
And now the next step. Let's start with installing Prometheus. But before we start installing Prometheus, let's have a look at Prometheus configuration file, that is prometheus.yaml.
This file is available in Monsoon code under Monsoon config directory. This is a custom config file which we will be using for our Prometheus installation. Have a look at target definition here. Exporters which we just installed running on 9101 and 9100 host ports are configured here. Rest maybe you already guessed. Yes, update the IP of SONiC switch as well so that Prometheus can speak to exporters. Now we are ready to run Prometheus Docker container. Prometheus container can be started by executing command provided on GitHub. Please have a look at -v option in the Docker command. We are mounting our custom Prometheus YAML file in the Prometheus container at the default configuration location used by Prometheus. This way, our custom configuration becomes effective in the Prometheus running in Docker container. After executing docker run command, you can check that Docker container has been started. Now let's open Prometheus UI and verify the configurations. Under status section, click on configurations. Here you may find additional parameters than our actual Prometheus configuration we did in YAML file. Those are options with default values shown by Prometheus automatically. Have a look at targets or exporters here and check if they are as we configured in Prometheus YAML previously. Also check status of exporters deployed on the switch under status target section. As we can see, both exporters are up. We are good to go.
Till this step, we are able to do data generation by installing exporters and data collection by installing Prometheus. Next, let's have a look into data visualization part. For that, we will be installing Grafana.
To start Grafana container, use the command given under install Grafana section in GitHub. As you may have already noticed, unlike Prometheus, we are running Grafana with default configuration. Hence, there is no additional configuration file mapped in command to run Grafana Docker container. Just copy the command and paste it on terminal of the host machine where Grafana needs to be started. Let's check if Grafana container has been started. Grafana runs on port 3000 by default, and as we have mapped Docker port to host port 3000, we can reach Grafana server at localhost on port 3000. As we can reach Grafana server, let's log in into it with default credentials, which are admin, and we can skip changing password for now. Now we need to connect Grafana to Prometheus data source, which we started in previous step. Go to settings menu, data sources, add data source, and then select Prometheus. Provide URL to Prometheus installation done in previous step and click on save and test at the bottom. And Grafana is connected to Prometheus. Please note we started Prometheus and Grafana in Docker containers. Even if both the containers are running on the same host, writing localhost in data source URL in Grafana will not work, because Grafana is running in separate container than Prometheus and both have their own network stacks. So please mention IP where Prometheus container is hosted.
So by this point, all toolchain is connected and it's time to visualize data. Previously, we have installed 2 exporters on SONiC switch. Now we are going to configure 2 different dashboards to visualize data being collected from different exporters in Grafana.
Under the dashboard section in Grafana, we are going to import 2 dashboards. There are 2 options for importing dashboards, either by uploading a dashboard JSON file or import from Grafana's dashboard store. For Node Exporter, there is a dashboard already available in Grafana called Node Exporter Full. Just copy its code into Grafana. Select Prometheus data source and import. Dashboard is ready for visualization right away. Now let's upload a dashboard for SONiC exporter. The dashboard JSON is available in source code of Monsoon project under Monsoon config directory. Again, select Prometheus data source and import. SONiC exporter specific dashboard is available right away. To browse the list of all imported dashboard, go to Dashboards and browse. Here you will find all dashboard imported in Grafana. To launch any one, just click on one of them.
Prometheus is a great tool when it comes to data collection. Prometheus not only provides node exporter but a number of open source exporters which you can find here. Of course, except SONiC exporter, which is so far available as part of Monsoon project only. On the other hand, Grafana is highly customizable data visualization tool. Here as well, you are not limited to dashboard we just saw. Based on your exporter, you can choose one from a collection of dashboards available here. Or you can design your own as well. This is all for this video. We really appreciate your contributions to Monsoon project. For any issues, please feel free to comment on this video, connect via GitHub or write to us at support@stordirect.com.